Shabbat Shalom, Halal Yahweh Shabbat Rashad, Bahashem Makakbadash, double honors to the elder apostles and all the bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them, that taught us his truth. Shabbat Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and the sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, to the Aquath that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest, 144,000, the one-third, the hopeful elect of Israel. I'm the brother Yashawan, back with the WW3 Daily Update. Shabbat Shalom and salutations to you all. We're going to start right here, 2nd Ezra 16 and 33. 33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars, their bridegrooms shall be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Okay, let's take a look at this. Let's see. They're what is it? They're women. In the wars, let's see. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Let's read the whole thing. 2nd Ezra 16 and 33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. The women shall mourn, having no husbands.
So I wanted to come today because it was International Women's Day on the 8th of March. And I wanted to just spread the message that the women in Palestine, we're here for them. There's no justice at the moment. They're going through the worst conditions. They're mourning. They're living in deprived conditions. They don't have, sanitary towels. There's so many pregnant women that aren't getting the pain relief that they need, aren't getting the care that they need after and before their pregnancy. And I'm just here to stand for the women today. It feels so surreal. I feel like I've been living in a world for however many years, and I've suddenly woken up to realise it's not the world I thought it was. All these horrific crimes, I thought they were reserved for the history books, and we had learnt from our past, from the mistakes, from the horrific things that we were taught about as kids. But we haven't. We're just as bad, if not worse, than we were.
I'm a primary school teacher, so I work with children all day long, and then I go home and or on my breaks or whatever, and I'm looking at it, and I'm seeing children the same age that I teach, if not younger, dead. Their bodies all over the place, absolutely disgraceful, and how you can look at that and not want to do something is disgraceful.
So I'm a bereaved mum. My son died a couple of years ago. He was always a real activist. He used to wear this up at University of Manchester. So yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm a bereaved mum. I'm standing, I'm talking for my son, I'm talking for all the other mums. It's Mother's Day tomorrow. I mean, I would not be here. It's the only place I can be.
We're here because we care deeply. Oh, I can't talk about it without getting emotional. It's been hard. It's so hard to see what's going on. People aren't waking up to what's happening. I've been doing for so many years. And this is really the tipping point now where more people have to come together. It's so important to come and be here and be present and show up to support them, because the world is letting them down, the government's letting them down, and they're just normal people that deserve a life.
On average, there's 10 kids every day amputated without any form of anaesthetic or pain relief. There's children burnt to the bone and there's no morphine to give them. There was a Palestinian mother that said, I wanted to kiss my child a final goodbye, but yet she had no cheek to kiss because her face had been blown apart. This must stop. The children and babies here are the most innocent and vulnerable of us all, and we are duty-bound to protect them. As humans, that is compulsory on us. It shouldn't even be a question or a thought. It should be instant. We should know that there is nothing in this world that can condone or make it okay to kill a baby or to kill a child. And this is exactly what is being done. Innocent people are being killed, holding white flags, an international symbol of peace, and they're still being shot. Like, what will it take for our government to react? Are they going to wait till the entire Palestine is wiped out, until every innocent person is killed? When will they act? When?
I think seeing children, I'm a mother to a young child, and seeing children torn to pieces and their parents in grief, it just breaks my heart.
And when you hear MPs say that Palestine protesters make them feel unsafe, what do you say to that?
I don't care. I think it's untrue. I'm so disappointed in our leadership. I don't care about what they say. I don't care. I think it's very clear. They're just so detached from reality and from the people. They just don't matter, and it's just a matter of time that they realise they're irrelevant.
The protest make them feel unsafe? How do they feel unsafe? Maybe they feel uncomfortable, and maybe that's why they're confused with feeling unsafe, but nobody here is really causing any violence.
They don't feel unsafe, they feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
They just can't look at themselves because the shame is just too deep.
And they're scared because
It's making change, it's making a difference, and that's why they're afraid, that's why they're scared, and they should be actually. Yeah, the spotlight's on. Yeah, they can't hide.
I get why they would feel unsafe because they are supporting a genocide. That is not an easy position to take in public.
The government are the ones who are promoting violence, not us.
And a number of MPs recently have said that Palestine protesters make them feel unsafe. What do you think of that?
I find it incredibly incredulous. They fear for their safety. We're out here because 30,000 innocent Palestinians have been murdered. We fear for their safety. So how they've been able to gaslight the entire public is astounding.
Can you tell me a bit more about what you thought of Rishi Sunak's statement outside Parliament the other day?
I thought it was ridiculous. It was scaremongering. And basically, it's very similar to Suana Braverman and the MP that was banned. It's stirring up hatred and trying to portray the protesters as, violent when they're not. The demonstrations are massively peaceful. There's hundreds of thousands have come on them. It's actually fueling the basic conflict within Britain. They're fueling the kind of conflict between the different religions.
I think they're the ones who make us feel unsafe. The fact that Rishi Sunak is he's inciting racial and religious hatred at the moment. That is essentially what he's doing. So he's creating a divide that is making a lot of groups now feel very unsafe.
You got Elam doing it, so I can't say that it's Esau. And that's how Esau works. So there it is. Are the mamas complaining? Let's read it again. 33. The virgin shall mourn. This 2 Ezra 16 and 33. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegroom. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. The daughter shall mourn, having no helper. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. And there it is. They're complaining. Shall complain about an ungodly father. Children shall complain. Something like that. Is that in the Apocrypha? It's lucky, bear with me. I'm on a tangent. Act 41. So lucky I had to go for it. Because that's what they're doing. The water for bearing with me. 41, what, 7? The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake. I will be reproached for you Edomites' sake. Right? I can't believe my parents left it to me. Was it this one?
I'm a primary school teacher, so I work with children all day long, and then I go home and or on my breaks or whatever, and I'm looking at it, and I'm seeing children the same age that I teach, if not younger, dead. You know, their bodies all over the place, absolutely disgraceful, and how you can look at that and not want
to stand for the women today. It feels so surreal. I feel like I've been living in a world for however many years, and I've suddenly woken up to realise it's not the world I thought it was. All these horrific crimes, I thought they were reserved for the history books, and we had learnt from our past, from the mistakes, from the horrific things that we were taught about as kids. But we haven't. We're just as bad, if not worse, than we were.
A couple of years ago, he was always a real activist. He used to wear this up at University of Manchester. So yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm a bereaved mum. I'm standing, I'm talking for my son, I'm talking for all the other mums. It's Mother's Day tomorrow. I mean, I would not be here. It's the only place I can be.
We are here because we care to come and be here and be present and show up to support them, because the world is letting them down, the government's letting them down, and they're just normal people that deserve a life.
On average, there's 10 kids every day amputated without any form of anesthetic.
All right, so, hey. What'd you do there, Ishmael? What'd you do? What'd you do there, Idumea? You guys got some paying back to do. You got a big tab there. All right, let's get Revelation 10. What is it, 13? If I'm not mistaken. Let us hear the conclusion. Revelation 13:9, he who has an ear, let him hear. If anyone is destined for captivity, nah, let's get this right. He, King James, Revelation 13:10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the, where did we run into? Patience. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. All right, so with that, we'll continue to watch this World War foment itself, right? Women are crying. It's going to get real bad out here, right? With that, we hope the elect are edified. Shabbat Shalom.